Hello air signs, let's see what the upcoming weekend has in store for you. And it could be about pretty much anything. Love, finances, friendship, trips, whatever comes up. We'll have 4 separate spreads in this reading. The first spread is for all of you, it's like a bonus, and then there's going to be a separate spread for every air sign individually. Timestamps should be in the description box down below. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is for all air signs. We have the Two of Pentacles clarified by the Page of Swords. We have the King of Cups, we have the Queen of Swords, and we also have the Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So I think you are doing some sort of a research, or you and the King of Cups are doing some sort of a research. Right? So the King of Cups could be a love interest, it could be a family member, it could be somebody who can help you do this research and choose between a couple of options. Because I see you, at least you, looking at options, right? The Two of Pentacles, the first card to your left, clarified by the Page of Swords. The Two of Pentacles is a card of weighing pros and cons, comparing to different options, to different products, to different vacation destinations, what have you. The Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck all the way to your right, same thing. Also, choosing, right? You're the Queen of Swords here. Alright, then the King of Cups in the middle, like I said, it's either an existing love interest or somebody who can help you make a decision, make a choice, right? The Page of Swords all the way to your left, clarifying the Two of Pentacles. This card sometimes is called a stalker card, but in this case, it's not a stalker. I think this is research, right? Getting online, or talking to people, calling different places and asking around, or reading feedback online and things like that. And somehow, like I said, this King of Cups is a part of this equation, somebody who is with you or somebody who's going to help you make this choice. All right, cool. Gemini, we have the Hermit clarified by Justice, then we have the Eight of Wands clarified by the Page of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles clarified by the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, and we also have the Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Libra, Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or any zodiac sign. You know what? I think we're looking at least 2 different events or 2 different situations, at least 2. For some of you, it's 3. But just to not make it too complex, I'll just focus on 2. Right? We have the Hermit clarified by Justice all the way to your left. I think those 2 cards are talking about one separate event or one separate situation. The Hermit could be a Virgo, Justice could be a Libra. But perhaps you have an apology coming from somebody, right? Justice could be a major apology, somebody wanting to make things right with you, compensate you for something, right? The Hermit, if it's not a Virgo you're dealing with, then somebody went through some kind of a thought process, right? Before they decided that you were right, or before they decided they need to make things right with you. And you're going to be hearing from them. And the rest of the spread, including the card on the bottom of the deck, I think this is another situation, right? The Eight of Wands clarified by the Page of Cups. I think you're going to be invited somewhere, either to go somewhere, it could be long distance, could be short distance, but I think you're definitely invited to go somewhere, either over the weekend or the week after the weekend, right? Perhaps you're traveling yourself over the weekend, so you could go on a business trip or something like that, or you're going to some kind of a conference, and I think this has something to do with work. Work, business, and finances, right? We have the Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck. It could be a card of a reunion, or it could be like a business event, all right? Or an industry event, or something like that. And at the end, we have the Eight of Pentacles clarified by the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So I think you going to some kind of an event, or you going on a business trip, or you going to some kind of a conference, that's where those three remaining cards will play out. Alright, the Queen of Wands is the person you're dealing with. It could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If they're not a fire sign, it could be somebody who works for the same company or somebody who works in the same industry, right? So it could be like a colleague. The Eight of Pentacles that the Queen of Wands is clarifying is a card of work, business, and finances. And the Ace of Pentacles to the right from the Queen of Wands, this is an offer coming your way, or a golden opportunity of some sort that has to do with work, business, and finances. Alright, perhaps you're invited to a job interview on Friday, and you're going to be going to that job interview the following week or something like that. Or you could already be offered a job, and over the weekend you'll have to decide whether you want to sign paperwork or not. Something among those lines. So be on the lookout of most likely a fire sign or somebody who works in the same industry with you, and they're going to come through with some kind of an offer. And it's the real deal offer with that Ace of Pentacles. Alright, I hope this makes sense. So yeah, again, I think these are at least two, maybe three separate instances, two or three separate events or situations, right? And yeah, be on the lookout for that. I don't know what you're going to do about the Hermit clarified by Justice, if you're going to forgive him, if you're going to reestablish the connection, or if you will do something about it. But those are two major conquests. I think somebody's sincere if they say they want to make things right with you, or if they want to apologize to you. And the other situation with that Queen of Wands and that work situation or business situation, yeah, that looks legit. All right? Cool. Libra, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Sun, the Ten of Cups, and the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with Leo or any zodiac sign. Children, family and children, that's going to be that will be the highlight of this weekend for you. It could be your children, it could be your grandchildren, or it could be somebody else's children. But every single card on the table has a child or more, or a couple of kids in it, right? The Page of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, those two pages could be children. There is a kid riding a horse in the Sun card. And in the Ten of Cups right next to the deck, we have two adults and two kids. All right? But I think this is a very happy situation, right? The Sun is the happiest card in the deck, and the Ten of Cups is often referred to as the happily ever after card. So you could be going to a child's birthday party, right? Especially if your child is a Capricorn, right? It could be somebody else's kids, or perhaps you're babysitting for your sibling, for their kids, or something like that. Yeah, kids and family, that's going to be the focal point of the weekend. All right, you may have other things to do, but the point of my weekend readings, it's usually talks about the highlights, right? What's going to be highlighted for a particular zodiac sign, and for you it's going to be family and children. All right. Cool. Aquarius, we have the Three of Swords clarified by the World. We have the Nine of Wands clarified by the Six of Swords. Then we have the Knight of Cups clarified by the Page of Cups, and we also have the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a water sign, a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or any zodiac sign. I can interpret the spread two different ways. Okay, Aquarius, you could be dealing with two suitors. You may go on a date with one of them, go on another date with another one, and then you will make a decision to move forward with one of them. And the one you're going to be dropping will be all broken-hearted. Right? That's scenario number one. Scenario number two, if you are still recovering from a breakup or a divorce or some other unfortunate situation that happened to you at some point in the past, if you're still recovering from something like that, over this weekend you will finish the recovery, okay? Because you will have a new person coming into your life, a very loving, lovey-dovey person. All right, so those are the two scenarios. Yeah, let's talk about this real quick. We have the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Every once in a while, the Three of Pentacles could be a card of, sometimes the people say it's a third-party situation, but it could also be a card of a choice. Sometimes, not all the time, it is a card of collaboration, right? It's a card of a cooperation. But we have three people in the Three of Pentacles, right? One is standing a little bit above the other two. So for some of you, you could be choosing between two people. For others of you, perhaps that's where you're meeting this new person. If you're dealing with just one person, you could be meeting this person through that Three of Pentacles. And it could be, the Three of Pentacles in this case could be interpreted so many different ways, right? It could be a workplace environment, could be a business place, it could be a circle of friends, it could be when people get together and do something together, so it could be somebody in your gym or somebody who is in the same class or something like that. So for some of you, the Three of Pentacles, this is where you'll meet this new person. This is how you'll get acquainted with this new person. Okay, but we start with the Three of Swords clarified by the World. The Three of Swords is a card of a broken heart, and the World is a card of an ending, right? But I usually interpret the World as a happy end card. So for those of you dealing with two people, you're going to be saying goodbye to one of the suitors, right? And they're going to be brokenhearted. For others of you, if you're the one brokenhearted, and if you're dealing with just one person, the broken heart energy is coming to an end. All right, the Nine of Wands clarified by the Six of Swords. The Nine of Wands is a card of a wounded warrior, right? So again, for those of you dealing with two people, the wounded warrior would be the suitor you're not moving forward with, or if you're the one who is brokenhearted, that's you in the Nine of Wands. The good news is that you're definitely moving forward with one person, right? The Six of Swords clarifying the Nine of Wands. This is you either moving forward with one of the suitors or getting out of that Nine of Wands energy. And the Six of Swords is also a card of an improvement. With the Six of Swords, things usually get better. And most importantly, at the end, we have the Knight of Cups clarified by the Page of Cups. Definitely a new person. Definitely. If you're dealing with two people, you're choosing one of them. And could be a water sign for some of you, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but the Knight of Cups is the most romantic, the most loving Knight out of all. For Knights, the Page of Cups clarifying that it's pretty much a confirmation that you're dealing with a very lovey-dovey person, or the Page of Cups, somebody's going to ask you out on a date. Alright, so I hope it wasn't too confusing. Aquarius, right? If you're all brokenhearted right now, it's going to become a thing of the past. If you're doing fine, but you're dealing with two people, you're going to decide on one of them. And if you're dealing with just one person, for some of you, you could be meeting this person through the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. We already talked about different scenarios. All right, I hope all of this makes sense. Have a good weekend.